Exclusive. I worked for King Charles and know what will happen on Remembrance Sunday amid Andrew scandal. Former royal butler Grant Harold has explained what King Charles will do about his younger brother, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. As he marks Remembrance Sunday, latter King Charles will switch off from his personal dramas, as the world watches on when he marks Remembrance Sunday later today. That is according to former royal butler Grant Harold, who worked for the king at Highgrove House. Harold says the late Queen Elizabeth had a three-line whip for the firm on Remembrance Sunday. With many royals having served in the armed forces, and Queen's own uncle Fergus Bowes-Lyon was even killed in action during the Battle of Lewes. The royals even serve as head of the military, meaning remembrances taken very seriously around Buckingham Palace. Harold says the king loves tradition, and so the appearance at the cenotaph is considered important to him. The occasion falls at an unfortunate time for the king this year, though, as he recently stripped his younger brother Andrew Mountbatten Windsor of his prince title amid the ongoing scrutiny of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew, who served in the Falklands during his Royal Navy career, has been absent from Remembrance Sunday since stepping back from royal duties. However, Harold says the king will be focused on the occasion rather than the distractions brought by his brother. Speaking exclusively to Reach, he said, "The king will be aware that the world is watching his every move, as people will want to talk now how he's feeling and how he's coping. But he's a professional, Onda will just switch off from his personal dramas. This isn't about them, this is about respecting the brave men and women who gave their lives for our freedom. He will be focused on them and their sacrifice, and while the royal family will be hosting a lunch after the morning service, Harold believes attendees will avoid discussing Andrew." He continued, "Nobody is going to discuss it with the royal family on this occasion, it's not the right timing. They do have an official lunch afterwards, but unless you're very, very close to the king, it's a subject people will probably stay away from, especially given the occasion. It's an uncomfortable and upsetting subject, so most people will stay well clear. There is a small chance that some of the king relatives might bring the topic up, but I think it's very unlikely. Princess Anne and Sophie Edinburgh are some of the few people who may be able to speak about it, however they won't do it in this setting." Last week, Buckingham Palace confirmed Andrew would be stripped of his royal and military titles after a memoir from the late Virginia Giuffre, a prominent accuser of Epstein, repeated allegations that, as a teenager, she had sex with him 3 times. As well as being stripped of his titles, Andrew is set to leave his 30-room royal lodge on the Windsor Great Park estate. He is set to move to Sandringham, which is privately owned by the king.